My name is Donald Charumbira. I cover the trade and investment portfolio at our embassy. My presentation today is basically about the opportunities available to the Zimbabwe diaspora here in the UK. I'll start with just a brief statistical overview of Zimbabwe as an economy. Our national GDP is roughly about 6 billion at the present moment, $6 billion US. And that is constituted 15.5%, which is our biggest sector, is agriculture. 15.2% is transport and communications. 14.7% is manufacturing. Tourism is 11%. Mining 4.9%. Electricity and water 4.9%. Other services 4.3%. Public administration 4%. Finance and insurance 3.9%. Education 2.9%. Real estate 2%. Domestic services 1.8%. Health 1.2%. And construction 0.8%. So that makes up our 6 billion GDP. So in our trade and investment endeavors at the embassy, on the investment side, we're looking at how to improve capital flows from the UK to Zimbabwe. And the crucial component of this is the diaspora as the major potential contributor of long-term capital to Zimbabwe. And because of the nature of the diaspora, this capital is likely to remain in Zimbabwe for much longer than other sources. The key sectors where you have investment opportunities in Zimbabwe at the moment, firstly, is construction. It's currently only 0.6% of GDP, but there are huge opportunities at various levels. We're looking at high value and low value residential properties, which includes properties in rural areas, commercial properties to augment residential establishments, as well as new commercial areas which are coming up. And another sector where there are ample opportunities is the university and college sector, because you may all be aware that various state universities have been set up. There's almost one in every province as we speak. Many of them are yet to be constructed, and there are opportunities in terms of housing of those students who will be based at universities like the Lupane State University, the Great Zimbabwe University, Masvingo, and other state universities which are coming up. In the agricultural sector, opportunities abound in terms of fruit, vegetable production, horticulture. In fact, Zimbabwe is currently the third major exporter of roses, for example, among other opportunities in the horticultural sector. Animal husbandry, grains, poultry. The particular area of interest is also tobacco, which is currently now 10% of GDP and has potential to continue growing. New markets are products such as paprika and cassava, as well as production of grapes via contractor agreements with companies such as Cairns, which owns the Mukuyu brand. So there are a lot of contract and outgrower opportunities which exist. In the industrial and manufacturing sector, there are lots of agro-processing opportunities where agricultural produce from farms can be improved for the markets and for export. Textiles and footwear, due to the increased production of cotton, there are a lot of opportunities in terms of adding value so that cotton is not exported in its raw form. Chemical and petroleum products, as well as mineral beneficiation such as diamond cutting and polishing, based on the fact that 10% of all diamonds produced are supposed to be sold to local companies. Jewelry making, and also opportunities which are availed by the ban on the export of raw base metal products. We're talking about chrome, copper, coal, iron ore, etc. In tourism, the ministry responsible has declared the entire country is now a tourism development zone, which means any new investment in this sector attracts a lot of concessions based on tax and also other facilitation which can be provided by the Zimbabwe Tourism Authority. The opportunities for the construction of lodges, hotels, or conversion of residential complexes into bed and breakfast operations. There are also opportunities for tour operators and tour guides, as well as marketing of package tours, which is something that can be done from your computer here in Manchester, simply by putting together an appealing product with the suppliers in Zimbabwe. The National Parks and Wildlife Authority is also looking for joint venture partners because they own quite a number of the infrastructure facilities, and they require investors who can come either to build infrastructure or to improve the tourism potential of those facilities. In the distribution sector, the opportunities in the commercial transport sector, which is from the farm to the market, enhancement of import and export facilitation, and also maximizing the use of two corridors, the Beira corridor, which is basically from Harare, Mutare through to Beira, where we have existing agreements in place with Mozambique, which are available for us to exploit. We also have a new corridor via Walvis Bay, where Zimbabwe has a dry port facility, where we are able to use that to put our exports into that Walvis Bay dry port, then to Zimbabwe or out of Zimbabwe via the Caprivi corridor. There are also packaging and branding opportunities in the distribution sector, where fruits, vegetables, grains and other products can be packaged and branded for international markets. In the services sector, we have microcredit opportunities, banking, asset management, and particularly with relation to London, the access to international capital markets. We find that there's a lot of capital lying around in London which could benefit from the high yields offered by the investment opportunities in Zimbabwe. And the missing link is people who can actually go and lobby these capital firms to release this capital and then be able to invest in Zimbabwe. That is also linked to commodity broking opportunities and also stock broking on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange. The ICT sector is the other major dynamic sector which has undergone a lot of transformation. In the past 2 years, subscription has risen from about 1.5 million to currently somewhere around 5 million subscribers, and is growing. There are opportunities for value addition, internet applications, e-commerce, and other opportunities which many of you who've lived here and who have seen how the industry has many opportunities can share this experience with us in Zimbabwe. Fishing is another major area of opportunity. Most operations are currently centered on Chiwero and Darwendale, where basically there may not be room for new players. But lakes like Kariba, Mutilikwi, Osborne Dam, and the upcoming projects of Gwaishanana and the Tokwem Kosi offer ample opportunities for fishing and related opportunities. Mining, in the mining sector, I'm sure as is known to you, Zimbabwe has a lot of mineral wealth in terms of gold, diamonds, tin, copper, semi-precious stones and coal. These opportunities are also there in terms of foreign investment. The secondary aspect is trade, where we're looking at exports from Zimbabwe to the United Kingdom. Zimbabwe's agricultural sector could be able to export to niche markets for organic produce. We are already exporting fish. If you go into Sainsbury's and buy bream, that is most likely bream from Kariba. It's still a market that has a lot of demand and which new players are able to come in. Other meat products like beef, ostrich, crocodile, game, pork and veal are also markets which we're able to supply the UK. fruits, vegetables, cereals and spices, flowers and animal products such as hides, eggs, leatherware and feathers. We also can export processed food and drink, grains, coffee, tea, beer, wine and cigarettes, which would be quite welcome in the UK market. At a cultural level, we are also able to export arts, crafts, basketware, etc. into the UK. Mineral products such as copperware, granite, nuts and bolts and screws, springs, which are iron and steel products. Textiles, we produce a lot of clothing of high handmade quality, which could fetch attractive prices in the UK. Beauty products, organic chemicals, wood products, and other materials such as tent, canvas materials, umbrellas, and so on. So this is just a synopsis of opportunities, firstly in terms of where to invest in Zimbabwe, and secondly in terms of how to get Zimbabwean products into the UK market and thereby improve our export performance.